Breakfast is served. I think I put like 10 ounces of egg whites in here, 2 eggs for both of us. I was trying to make this really quickly because we were in between some work, trying to get this meal and then pop off to the gym. We got some calls later this afternoon, so. It's
9:30 in the morning. This is usually when we eat breakfast, and then we pretty much go right to the gym. Today, we're not feeling that great. We literally, we could not sleep last night. We're both rolling around.
For hours, literally rolling around in bed for hours.
I thought I was the only one that was awake, but then I kept hearing you fidget, and then I looked over and in the middle of the night, you're playing with your eyelashes.
I was laying there for about an hour, looked at my phone, it was like 10:30, and then I started thinking about something. I was getting stressed thinking about something I had to do tomorrow or like in the middle of the week, so that's what happened. That's where you saw me at.
This does not look very appetizing, but breakfast lately has just been like an egg and egg white scramble, some sun-dried tomato in here, and apples have been my jam lately. So that's gonna be pre-workout, and we're gonna hit a leg day. See you guys there.
We'll see you there.
I think my jazz is still playing. Always gotta get a piece of gum. This gum though, it's supposed to be all natural. I think your mom gave it to us for Christmas in our stocking. It's not that great.
That gum is kind of weird. It's like a kind of gum that you have at least maybe 30 minutes to an hour and then it loses all flavor. Trident, Mentos gum. I can typically get a good like 5-6 hours out of those. Audrey can only chew her gum for like 2 hours. I can chew my gum all day long.
I kind of feel that like nasally drip a little bit. I think we're gonna take it a little bit lighter today. We're not gonna try and kill ourselves just because, like we said, it took us so long to fall asleep. It says it took me 1 hour and 11 minutes to fall asleep. One.
Yeah, mine took me 27 minutes to fall asleep. I feel like it was much longer than 27 minutes. I laid there for...
Readiness is a 79, sleep scores is 67. That's not the greatest, not for a leg day. All right, I gotta pull up my workout split that we're gonna be doing for us today. Still gonna do the same exercises, but just gonna not train near failure today.
Yeah, I did that last Tuesday, but it was a back day. I was okay coming back from our trip, but a little bit tired, and then I woke up Wednesday, and then my body was aching. A sickness kind of came in. I was probably gonna get something, but it came back with some
vengeance.
I'm trying to like be in the frame of the camera and like try and do a stretch.
Literally just a week ago we got back and I really twisted my knee. Broken.
So this is relatively some very easy working weight for me. A few cues on the RDLs, super simple. You're just gonna wanna push your butt back and we're gonna wanna like shave our legs with the dumbbells, keep them very close to your body. And as soon as your hips stop pushing back, that's when you stop and then drive up. Just make sure you keep your head straight down to the ground the entire time.
Honestly, the biggest thing that makes a difference for me is making sure to keep my lats like engaged and shoulders pulled back.
Catherine has that 11 o'clock Sarah, right?
Yeah. We usually don't have calls like in this time frame, but it can be stressful when like we have messages that we're trying to get back to with our team, or like there's calls immediately after is a pretty normal.
Every day is usually a little bit of a coin toss for us. We have a lot of, like Audrey said, appointments, calls, things that are scheduled that we have to get to. So usually when we're in the gym, we're in and we're out. We want to be in for like an hour. Past an hour, we start getting stressed that we've been here for too long. There's some people that can come in here and we'll spend 3 fucking hours in the gym filming and working out. I just never. You can be extremely effective within 45 minutes to an hour. That is all you need to build muscle, lose fat, do everything ever.
At least from like a workout perspective. If you're warming up for a while,
right,
you're adding cardio in there, of course it's going to take longer than
20 to 40 minutes. If you got cardio and you stretch for 10 to 15 minutes. Different strokes for different folks, but that's my stroke.
Notice when I'm doing RDLs more for glutes, there's more of a bend in my knee. And you don't need to bring the dumbbells like all the way down to the floor, because then you'll start to disengage your glutes. So honestly, like the squat press lately has been like my favorite for glutes, just because I can like load it and keep the tension mainly on my glutes. I used to go like this for glutes, which is honestly a lot of adductors and inner thighs. And now I do more of a closed stance because I'm a little bit shorter. I like to bring it a little bit lower so I can get more of that stretch in my glutes. There's still gonna be some quads, but this is like mainly glutes for me. So it's definitely been a favorite. And if I do more than 3 plates on this, like I can do it, but I feel like I lose that engagement in my glutes. This is the worst part. This is why we don't work out together very often at all.
Because like Audrey can never really do a full push day because she's got a breast augmentation. She does 2 to 3 leg days a week. I do 1. Even if we did do a leg day together, this would be the operation we'd have to go through. Like 10 plates every other set would be a fucking disgrace.
I don't even know if this tiny squat press can hold that. It's such a janky machine.
I know it is kind of sketchy.
It is janky.
Like your feet are up there and the thing's not sitting right. Casually as I have 500 pounds on you. The squat press is actually where I hurt my back last time, which is also where I do.
Oh, was it really?
Go heavy. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes if you go like too far down, you round your back.
So I'll go down to my active range of motion is like right here. So I don't want to go past there because if I go past there, my back will start bending. And that's where a lot of people get hurt because their back will bend and then they try and drive with 500 pounds in a bent back. And my back pops last time. One thing for you guys too, especially on these or any movement, don't be afraid to drop down in weight and go light just so you can get the whole range of motion down, especially without like, flexing your body, moving your body, just keeping everything nice and sound and form is perfect as you guys are perfecting any movement. So no shame in dropping that weight, dropping that ego a little bit and doing things the right way.
Sometimes I just want to. I love Spanish music, honestly.
It's a good thing we live in Houston. No shortage of Mexican or Latino music down here.
If you're with somebody and you push down on their hips, it makes it so much harder.
Oh boy. That's one. Okay.
See how like naturally as it gets heavier, your butt starts to come up a little bit.
It's up every time.
We're gonna start with 3 sets of 10 Smith machine hip thrusts, which are arguably my favorite form of hip thrust. But you want to make sure that if it's on the Smith machine that you have one that goes all the way down because some of them have stoppers that like you can't adjust and then you can't get that full like stretch when you come down. When's the last time you've done Smith machine hip thrust?
Well over a calendar year since I've done Smith machine hip thrusts. I'm usually a 1 leg day kind of guy, like a pendulum squat or a half squat over hip thrusts, just because my legs and my glutes grow so fast. I stopped hitting legs for like 3 to 4 months, mainly because I wasn't fitting into any of the pants or jeans that I have, which was a problem because I'm 6'4".
I can't tell if I have to pee or if my uterus is just inflamed from my period, but the bar does not feel good right now. So usually we just warm up with a lighter weight, get the correct muscles firing.
All right, here we go. First Smith machine hip thrust in over 12 months.
This bench height isn't ideal for Mason because ideally the height should be right at your shoulder blades or a little bit underneath for hip thrust. And this is definitely a little shorter than right at your shoulder blades.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you're 6'4", I'm 5'4", so it's a little hard.
I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
You should have. Dude, my knee actually hurts so bad. Last night it was like pulsing when we were laying in bed. Probably didn't help me trying to fall asleep.
Every time we go snowboarding, considering Audrey's trying to learn snowboarding well into her adult life, it's one of the most difficult things to do. So every time we've been 3 times, each time we come out of a trip, she has a little bit of a banged up bruise, knee, back, something's going wrong, but she's getting better. She is getting much better. One very important thing too, you can see that Audrey's doing with her hip thrusts, a lot of people kind of leave out. Sometimes her eyes might veer up a little bit, but we don't want our head up. or back. You want your chin tucked at all times. You can see how she keeps her head placement and her chin tucked at all times. Very important cue here on the hip thrust.
Oh, things just feel heavy today. That cup of coffee we had earlier is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Out of my system.
It's all gone. All right, 3 plate. Oh, this is weird. So strange getting in there. 3 plates.
New ick unlocked.
Yeah, oh my God. Tell a 6'4" guy to get underneath the bar from the back. So back in my heyday, I could do like probably 6 plates sun hip thrusts for a good couple reps.
Probably still could. It would just
I still
be a little bit
could.
heavier.
This feels weird. Feels like it's sitting on the top of my pelvis.
I feel like that's always where it sits for me. Mason's legs are also so long that just like, I feel like literally he could do a squat and he's like, oh, on the ass. Everything is in your ass.
Yeah, I feel everything in my glutes.
I've got like every bad thing on my side. I've got lack of sleep. It's supposed to be starting my period today, but it's definitely going to be late. Not a recipe for a great workout, but we did eat. We did
Did
eat.
eat some food.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went pee. My bladder feels a little better. This pad does not feel good.
There you go. Nice.
My hamstrings are definitely wanting to take over this, and usually if you feel that, usually it's because your feet are too far out. If you feel it more in your quads, your feet are likely too far in. You want it to be to where like your knees create that 90-degree angle. You look like a tabletop at the top. Oh, I feel like that literally punctured my uterus. It actually hurts. Oh, it actually hurts really bad. Period-related issues.
It's like my co-pilot right there. All right, here we go. My first rep, and I'm hitting Audrey because she's right behind me.
Hyperextensions, baby. As you go up in weight with these, you can use a dumbbell, but the dumbbells here in Alphaland are literally all the way over there, so carrying one over is annoying, but 25 works anyways. And then I like to make sure this is on the 45-degree angle. Yeah, it is. Because I'm a shorty, I keep it on the notch too. I keep my feet slightly pointed out. And the biggest thing you want to do, because a lot of people will feel this in their back, and it's because their chest is poked out and you're kind of arching your back. You want to really round your shoulders and push your hips, really push your hips into the machine. Like your hips are driving into this. And keep your head tucked, your chin tucked. See, like, that's why if you hold a 45, it's just a lot harder. You could use a kettlebell. Yeah, just to where you can push your hips in. But you don't want it to be like in your stomach.
Oh, it's just like,
Yeah. And you can go all the way down. Yeah, that's perfect.
ah. Huh? Holy moly. Yeah, let's get a kettlebell. 53-pound kettlebell here.
Or you could like see if you can, yeah, like kind of grab it like a little ball. Hold it up by your chest maybe. Yeah.
50 pounds like that. Here we go.
Not very comfy.
Yeah, not very easy.
Yeah, dumbbell's a lot easier because you can hold it like that. Remember to keep your eye gaze like down so that you're, yeah, there we go. Now you can see it's all glute. So honestly, that was 5 movements. It was not that hard of a workout, if I'm being totally honest, like just because we don't want to push it too much.
Yeah, we're training super hard with much intensity, so it was pretty comical we're not comical. What's the word? It was rather easy, rather trivial to get through this leg day, just because we didn't want to reinflame any sicknesses or anything that we had over the past week. So, and my first leg day in probably 3 or 4 weeks.
And it's not even about like what you're doing. Like every movement that we did here can be extremely challenging. Sometimes I'll do higher reps, 3 sets of 20 or even like 4 sets of 15 on these as just like a accessory to end with. But I just know it wouldn't be worth it with how we're feeling today. So still a great workout nonetheless for you to try out, but just make sure it's challenging. Like I said, that first rep should feel pretty hard even. That's a wrap.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.